Hi, I'm Katie, and these are my children.
Hey, my name's Kaya, and I'm in kindergarten, and I want to be a ballerina teacher, and I can do ballet, and I can ride my bike with no training wheels.
Hi, my name's Kinsley, and I'm 7 years old in 2nd grade, and I want to be a marine biologist when I grow up.
5 years old.
I'm a volunteer with the Urban Farming Institute in Oakland Park, Florida, and this is our Act Now Nourishing Ourselves Holistically series, which is all about teaching healthy habits that you can practice in your everyday life, which are especially important for our health in mind, body, and soul during these challenging times. We will be discussing nutrition, physical activity, stress management, mindfulness, gardening tips, and just all around health and wellness. Today we've decided to show you a recipe on banana bread with a little nutritional twist added to it. We're making high protein banana chocolate chip muffins, which is one of Kaya's favorite recipes. So we've already started mashing the bananas. You want to help mash some more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mash them away. So this recipe calls for 2 to 3 bananas, and the longer they sit out, the more brown the outside gets, which means that they're going to be even more sweet because they're fermenting. So you want to wait till your bananas are right around that brown, but not too brown because then they're kind of really, really mushy. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. Okay. So the first twist to this recipe is that we don't just use all-purpose flour. I like to change it up and use almond flour. And the whole reason for switching to almond flour is because it has more nutritional benefit than regular purpose flour. So we cut it because you can't just use just almond flour because it's way too dense and the muffins won't rise. So we do need to add a little bit of that flour to the mix to help it build up the bread a little bit. So Kaya's already got it measured out. Will you grab the flour? With the flour, you want to do about half a cup. Go ahead, dump it in there. Woo. And then with the almond flour, we do 1 cup. Now, another benefit of the almond flour is because, think about it, it's almonds, so you're going to get a healthy fat from the nuts, and it has a little protein added to it. So you're getting more bang for your buck by using the almond flour instead of just the regular purpose flour. Do you need help with that?
Mash it away.
Okay. All right, so the next thing that we're going to add even more protein is peanut butter powder. The peanut butter powder, you want to do that? Is it's just 1 scoop of the peanut butter powder that we get, and it's adding about 8 grams of protein to our mixture. If you don't have the powder, you could always use regular peanut butter, and that's about 1 tablespoon. What's next? Let's see, where is? Oh, our other protein source is Core Power Protein Shake, and we are actually going to be adding 1/4 cup. I already measured it out for you. 1/4 cup. We are adding an additional 48 grams of protein to muffins that normally only have about 3 grams of protein per muffin. These are going to have 6 to 7. So it's giving you a little more nutrition for your muffins. So you actually feel a little bit less guilty about eating them.
Yeah.
We use almond milk, and we use 2 tablespoons. Go ahead, pour it in. Oh, goodness. Okay.
That's how much it is.
And then I like to use avocado oil over canola oil because, again, it's giving you some better nutritional benefit. It's going to help lower your LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, increase your HDL, which is your good cholesterol. So by adding the oil that's necessary for the bread to rise, we add a little bit extra nutrition to it by making it the avocado oil.
Can you get all of that out?
Yes. Next is butter. You want to melt the butter. So it is 1 tablespoon of butter. And I like to use plant-based butter because it has, again, we're switching it up so we're not adding all that extra cholesterol to our diet from a regular dairy butter. So we use plant-based butter. It's a little warm, so be careful. It's nice and
Hot.
hot. Yes, very hot. You got it?
It tastes so good. I want to eat it right now.
Not yet. So I like to use a combination of baking powder and baking soda. The reason for this is because the almond flour is so dense, it's not going to rise as naturally as if you're just using regular flour. So it needs a little extra help. And by adding the combination of these two instead of using just one helps with the browning, the rise, and the flavor. So I do 1 tablespoon of each. I got it. You're such a good helper. How about the sugar? Will you grab the sugar for me? So most recipes for banana bread call for an entire cup of sugar. We don't want to add that much sugar, so we do just 1/4 a cup. Very good.
Yummy sugar.
And because I want my kids to eat it, I know they're probably going to want a little more sugar. So I like to use local honey, and I just add a little dab. You could do about 1 tablespoon. We'll just squeeze some in there. It gives it a nice flavor, and it's better than adding a ton of sugar. You got it? I would add about 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. Again, the salt just helps cut up all the sugar. It gives it a nice blend of savory and sweet. You're doing great. Add a little vanilla, the rise, and the flavor. So I do 1 tablespoon of each. I got it. You're such a good helper. How about the sugar? Will you grab the sugar for me? So most recipes for banana bread call for an entire cup of sugar. We don't want to add that much sugar, so we do just 1/4 a cup. Very good.
Yummy sugar.
And because I want my kids to eat it, I know they're probably going to want a little more sugar. So I like to use local honey, and I just add a little dab. You could do about 1 tablespoon. We'll just squeeze some in there. It gives it a nice flavor, and it's better than adding a ton of sugar. You got it? I would add about 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. Again, the salt just helps cut up all the sugar. It gives it a nice blend of savory and sweet. You're doing great. Add a little vanilla extract, or you can use almond extract. We did almond extract in another recipe, and it turned out great. This time we're using vanilla extract, and it's about 1 teaspoon. It's looking good, Kaya. And the last little ingredient is cinnamon. Again, it's just going to give it a little bit extra flavor and some punch to it. Go ahead, dump it in there. And that's about 1 tablespoon.
I bought smiley face.
All right. And then at the very end, it's kind of up to you what you want to add to your banana bread. Whether it's walnuts, pecans, maybe some dried fruit. Kaya here, she likes chocolate chips. So we're going to let her add those. And we do about 1/3 cup of chocolate chips to it. And without that one. So your oven should be set to 350. And this is going to make about 12 medium-sized muffins. And you want to cook them for about 20 to 23 minutes. And again, they're not going to rise like a traditional banana bread because we switched it out with the almond flour. So you're just being able to pay attention when it starts to brown, and you can see when it's done. We've done it a couple times now, and it's always right around at that 21-minute mark.
Oh no, our chocolate is out of loose.
All right.
Bad chocolate.
So I hope you guys try this muffin recipe. Again, it just gives you an extra boost for, what you're getting out of your muffins. You're getting the banana, so you've got the potassium, the magnesium, the fiber. But now we're adding all the protein, and so now you're getting your protein from the sources we added. You're getting your fat, again, from the almonds and the avocado oil, and then, of course, the carbohydrates. So it's a nice blended combination of all 3 macronutrients and 1 bite-sized muffin that kids really do like. Are you ready to make them? Don't forget to check out our other videos in the Act Now series for more information on health, wellness, nutrition, and gardening. Like this video and subscribe to our Act Now series to stay up to date with the next video that comes out. Cheers!
Good.